here we are. Today we're going to cover baby safety tips with Firefighter Cafferata, and here's my 4-month-old right here. It's usually important. This guy, what's up, buddy? This guy's already mobile.
He'll tire himself out soon.
He's already moving around. Let me get him out of here. Let me get you out of here, pal. You want to get out? Oh, this guy's big. Okay, pal. So, baby safety tips, right? So, very important here. So, we're going to go over a couple things. Now, you guys that have babies out there, infants, toddlers, ones that can move around, get really mobile, right? You might have a walker. These walkers are great, right? But they also have some serious dangers. Now, if you have multi-level homes, right, and you don't have gates, and you don't have something that could protect them from falling down the stairs, you could potentially be in trouble. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you have a gate. And even if you have animals, right, to have a gate to prevent the animal to come close to the kid, I mean, it's a good idea to do that. So gates in houses are nice and important, and it prevents children from going into other rooms that could be potentially dangerous. So let's say, number one, you guys probably should have gates to protect children from going into rooms that they shouldn't be in, right? Now, another thing too is as these guys get mobile and they have these walkers, you know, I've seen these walkers fall downstairs. Don't leave a walker unattended. Always attend a walker. Always be around. Don't leave a room. Don't go out and talk to a neighbor for 10 minutes because mischief happens. Things happen. Babies can potentially get hurt, right, buddy? Yeah, I don't want this guy to get hurt. So always monitor your child. So don't leave him alone. So number one, gates in houses. Monitor your child always. Now, don't leave them unattended. And then another thing, that in your houses, a lot of you guys might have some fall items, things that could potentially fall, right? I go to numerous houses and things fall. It could be a table it could knock over. It could be an armoire. It could be a desk that they climb up of. It could be a chair. It could be items on top of tables. It could be items on top of armoires. It could be items in the kitchen, right? Pots, pans, cups, right? Glasses. Right? All those things that fall could potentially hurt these little guys, and I don't want these guys to get hurt, right? Wine bottles, things that are on top of mantles, right? Even a TV, to pull down a TV. I've seen it, I hate to say, vases, right? So monitor your child. Do not let them pull something down. Don't leave them unattended. Still the unattended thing, right? So walkers, pay attention to. Make sure that nothing could fall on the children. Don't leave them unattended for a second, right? Now, a lot of you out there also have animals. Make sure those animals aren't left alone with the child because you don't know what could happen. You might love your animal. You might think the world of your animal, but you don't know what could happen in seconds. Because I've seen bites. I've seen smothering by accident. Smothering. Like an animal sits on the baby's face. That's sad, but it really happens. Now, another thing you want to watch out for is like unattended medication. Now, I've seen babies pick up things, and they pick up stuff, they put it in their mouth, right? They have chew toys, this guy's drooling already, and you can't leave a baby unattended with any type of medication, but I've seen people have medication on the floor, right? Bags on the floor, things they could crawl in, and they could suffocate. So, no medication, no bags, make sure you don't have any of those things. And never leave them unattended. Now, another thing too is people ask about electrical outlets, plugs, stuff like that, right? Now, there's things you can buy on Amazon and different websites that basically plug up those electrical outlets. You can buy those; those are good because you don't want your baby to stick their finger in the outlets. Now, I recommend go ahead and do that. But again, you could be around your baby, and that could actually prevent that too because they're not being unattended. So never leave your baby unattended. But those little outlet plugs are good to have. Now, electrical cords, right? And things that are laying around the house that are like zip cords, extension cords, power strips. Again, make sure those babies are being attended to and they're not being left alone because I've seen babies also bite those, like an animal has bitten those before, and it's not a good reaction. So, right, Nico? So again, those are things. So choking items that could bite, potentially dangerous, items that could fall, right? Walkers unattended at multiple levels or just one level, and things could happen, right? Watch out for items that could fall, like I said, pots, pans, wine glasses, wine bottles, and things that are above, they could climb on, that could tumble over, TVs, tables, chairs. Those are all scary things. But, those are all things you want to pay attention to as a parent with a baby. Now, some of these things might be very obvious to you, but again, things happen. The animal situations and stuff like that. Another thing with babies, you have to pay attention to other things on the ground. So if you have other kids, right? You have multiple kids, and these kids they're playing with small toys. What do little babies do? Yeah, babies put them in their mouths. So, right, Nico? So you want to prevent these babies from putting them in the mouth by having your older kids pick up the toys, but make sure you check up and you kind of like micromanage those older kids, because you can't always tell if my 8-year-old's going to be putting away toys. Are they going to put it away, or are they just going to leave it out and say they put it away? And then you find out later, your poor little kid's choking on a little Lego person, right? You don't want that. So monitor your children. That's pretty much the key to this day's safety for children and infants. This guy already wants to walk, right? So he's not there yet, but I can tell you, when he's there, and he's starting to move around like a toddler, right? Yeah, and they're starting to walk, right? Now, you can't just let him go in another room because you don't know what could happen. So follow them, be around them. Make sure another adult is with them. Yeah, don't leave them unattended for a split second. So now I covered a little bit about water, right? About bathtubs and everything like that. Pools, again, that's another very big issue. Don't leave them in the backyard alone, right? Don't let them crawl in the backyard. If you have sharp plants, I have a lot of like succulents and a lot of agave, right? And a lot of like very sharp plants. You can never leave them alone. Yeah. I have a story of my 8-year-old, right? Back when he was a baby, and he was playing around a bougainvillea plant, right? And some sharp plants. And he almost got his eye poked, right? And so I was able to prevent that by being there. But if I wasn't there, it could have been a very bad situation. So monitor these guys, take good care of these guys. These guys are special, and they're growing so fast. And in 1 second, it only takes a couple seconds for something bad to happen, like 2 inches of water, right? They could drown in 2 inches of water. So make sure when you're looking around your house, look for hazards, things that are sharp, things that could fall. Make sure that there's gates. Watch out for animals, and make sure you monitor your animal, regardless how nice of an animal it is, dog, cat, whatever, hamster, whatever. And just talk to these guys. Yeah, these guys love every second. So as Nico does, right, Nico? You love every second. You like talking. Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching, and join next time for more fire safety tips and tips on safety around the house, for children, for adults, for cooking, you name it. And I'll be talking to you soon. Questions below, please write some questions. If you have anything that you want to add or anything you want me to cover, please comment below. And also subscribe to the channel, and let's grow this together so I can help more people. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So here it is. Bye-bye.